Welcome everybody to the beginning of June. This week we are going to have two options for you. So I'm going to go through the options. I'll start with option 1 now, and then I'll make a second screencast for option 2. So to decide, well, the first thing I want everyone to do is to respond to this Works Personal check-in to see how you're doing. And then decide which option you would like to do. So option 1 is to take your plot and your character that you've been developing and your setting and to write your story. So this would be like a first draft of your story. Maybe some of you have already started it. You can keep working on that. So this is based upon the plot and tension you created in the past. Or let's say you are done with working on the story for now, or coming up with the elements and would rather work on some poetry. Then we have 3 different types of poems for you to work on this week. So if you're interested in that, then you'll want to look at option 2 screencast. I'm going to continue on with option 1. So for your story writing, the first thing I want you to do is to think about a first line for your story. Since you have outlined a plot of your story and you have this in mind, that will be helpful for creating a really great first line that will hook the story that you've created. If you want to hear a published author advice for writing a first story, here is a link for Jason Reynolds. It's just a few minutes. He's very inspirational, and he talks about looking at, if you get stuck, to look at some of your favorite books and to try and rewrite one of their first lines or just get some ideas. So this is where we're starting this week. And then the second step is really to get busy and start writing from your plot. Diagram can help you. You don't have to follow it exactly. If you come up with a better idea or you're revising it as you go, that is the process of writing. You've got it right. You don't want to necessarily stick to everything precisely, but try to improve it. Here are also some ideas for a checklist for what you want to make sure you include in your story. All right. The last thing is, once you finish this draft, it won't be perfect, right? It's your first, or maybe if you worked on it your second, and there will be more time to revise next week, is to submit it. Here is how we would like it submitted. So single spaced, 1 or 2 page, or double spaced, 2 to 4. Here are the fonts that work best, the font size. Make sure you have a header with a full name on top, center title, and make sure to indent your paragraphs. And I look forward to seeing your stories.